What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. I'm Koby Campbell, along with my co-hosts Konner Barron and Brian Firebaugh, and we are excited to welcome you to our first ever episode of our new show, Are You Serious? Every Tuesday and Friday, you can tune in to Channel 7 or the Rocket Productions YouTube channel to see us discuss and debate over national and local sport topics. First up today, we're going to talk about a story that has taken the world by storm. Nike launching their 30th annual Just Do It campaign with no other than Colin Kaepernick as the face. Konner, what do you think of the move by Nike and Colin Kaepernick?
I honestly like the Nike campaign. It's a great commercial, and it's a great story. I mean, all the commercial doesn't show him taking a knee, so it's not really going to offend anyone. It's just sacrificing what you got to do if you think something's right. Brian, what do you think about it?
Honestly, I think it's a great move for Nike. It's an incredible marketing move because it just draws more attention to the company, which is just going to grow them even more. And they're already massive in the world, and it's just going to be amazing for them, I think.
And just piggybacking on that, I definitely love the move. They're not losing any money from people burning Nike stuff or any of that. So, I mean, business-wise, any pub is a good pub. So, I think it's a great move as well.
Le'Veon Bell is creating a giant stir in the NFL currently. Bell is holding out of the Steelers lineup so he can get a larger contract or forced free agency. He has until week 10 to sign the tender to still be a free agent. Having also created a sticky situation with his offensive lineman. Brian, are you serious about this?
I don't like the move. Honestly, he's being greedy, and, he's one of the most gifted athletes in the world, absolute unit. I don't see why he's holding out. He will get paid no matter how many carries he has this season. He's just holding himself out, and I don't like the move. He's abandoning his teammates that have worked so hard for him. I just don't like the move. It's poor to me.
I love it. I mean, this is arguably the best running back in the league. Pay the man. Like, he averages the most carries. He touched the ball more than anybody else in the NFL last year, 406 times. Pittsburgh would run him into the ground knowing they're not going to get him back next year. So if they're not, at some point you've got to protect your worth long term, and I see exactly what he's doing with this. He's got to take precautions for the rest of his career. I definitely agree with Le'Veon Bell's move. What do you think, Konner?
As a player, it's a good move, great financially. He's going to be a free agent, gets to go where he wants to go, play where he wants to play. But if I was a player on the Steelers, I would not like the move at all.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for the past 5 years, this has been one of your bros. You've been blocking for him. I don't like it as a player, but if I was as a teammate, no.
And at this point, I can't even see where he would come back because with all the things that his linemen have said, the tweets, Le'Veon Bell, I just did not see this going anywhere positive. So I think his stint with the Steelers might be.
Antonio Brown Instagram post was cool, though.
I haven't even seen it, but I've seen what the linemen said, and it does not look good already. So
no, it's not.
I think his stint with the Steelers might be over.
Last night, the NFL season kicked off with the rematch of the 2018 NFC Divisional Round, with the Falcons taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles came out on top, winning 18-12. Koby, what did you think of the game last night?
That game was absolutely disgusting. I was sitting watching that game. It was just 3 and out after 3 and out after 3 and out. No touchdowns, just field goals. We finally got to see some action late in the game. Matt Ryan couldn't get Julio Jones the ball, or he could, but they could not finish any drives off in the end zone. Somehow some team pulled ahead. The Eagles got the win. Philly special 2. Nick Foles caught a pass. Jay Ajayi got into the end zone. It was ugly, but the Eagles, Super Bowl champs, came out the win. Konner, how do you feel about that game?
It kind of felt like a preseason Week 5 for me. I mean, they were all rusty. No real movement on offense. They weren't going anywhere. 3 and out, 3 and out. But Atlanta is my Super Bowl pick, and I'm going to stick with it. Because, I mean, Matt Ryan can get Julio Jones the ball. That's a deadly offense right there. What do you think?
Honestly, the Eagles look nothing like they did last year. I think once they get Carson Wentz back, they'll be better. But it's just they had no movement last night. Jay Ajayi was a bright spot. He had 62 yards, 2 touchdowns on 19 carries. Nick Foles looked like a backup quarterback like he is.
Yep.
Had, I think, 17 incompletions. And, you're a pro quarterback. It's a hard game, but still, you can't be doing that.
Granted, it is Week 1 too. I think later in the year, Falcons definitely get that one. I think all top to down, they have a way better roster. The game was in Philly at home. That probably gave them a boost. So
after the Super Bowl win, the crowd was rocking.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're in the mood for fresh coffee and homemade pastries, Coffee with Friends is the place to go. Come in Monday through Saturday for a delicious selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This beloved business is run by Rose Hill community member Cheryl Otto.
Hi, this is Coffee with Friends. If you see this commercial and you mention it to me when you come in, I'll give you 10% off.
Coffee with Friends isn't just a place to get your coffee in the mornings. Check out the cafe's merchandise when you drop in. Come in today for the daily special.
Aislinn Robert, reporter, Channel 7 News.
Have you ever had the need for teeth whitening? Rose Hill General and Cosmetic Dentistry is the place to go. Chipped a tooth, they can take care of it. They have been in the Wichita community for over 40 years. Dr. Troilo has 39 years of experience in dentistry. Amazing, caring, helpful, and communicative, says one valued customer. Very nice people and good at what they do. Been coming here since I was in school. The office hours include Monday at 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Tuesday 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Wednesday 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and Friday 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Are you tired of constant fatigue and drowsiness? Do you suffer from chronic boredom and/or lack of motivation? Then you're going to want some fake news. 5 out of 4 doctors recommend fake news as your daily dose of legitimate happiness. If you or a family member exhibit any of the aforementioned symptoms, talk to your doctor. Fake news might just be exactly what you need.
I used to eat grass. Now I watch fake news. I used to break down in front of cameras crying, and now I found fake news.
Warning. Side effects may include corneal combustion, sporadic oral bone growth, shark-like personality, supernatural powers, spontaneous appultrification, profuse vomiting of the foot, amnesia, internal ear growth, loss of any or all senses, loss of your favorite limb, development of the ability to see dead people, death, gravitational anomalies, instant gratification, race change at random intervals, brain dumb, and freshman uprising. For more information, call 1-800-PI19-Delta6693.
I'm being paid to be here.
Big games coming up this weekend in both college and the NFL this week. We took what we think are two of the biggest games from both, and we're going to give our picks and takes on those games. Let's start out with the college game days game of the week in Clemson and Texas A&M. Connor, are you serious? You really think Clemson's going to win?
No, I think Texas A&M's going to win.
Texas A&M.
It's at Texas A&M, Jimbo Fisher versus Dabo Swinney. That's a huge game, and I think Jimbo Fisher pulls it off.
What do you think?
I'm going to have to go with Clemson. Texas A&M did not look good on the last week in their first game. Clemson looked pretty strong to me. They have a young quarterback, and I think Clemson is just going to come out on top.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a blowout. You have Kelly Bryant, Trevor Lawrence. Like, these are two the best quarterbacks in college football. They're ranked number 2. I just don't see Texas A&M. I don't even think they're in the top 25 right now. I think it's going to be an easy win for Clemson in this one.
Next, we have USC V Stanford. It's a late game on the West Coast. These two programs always been pretty well respected to each other. Connor, who you got?
I got Stanford. I mean, Stanford's always been a power team. Bryce Love is at the running back. I feel like he's going to be huge for them.
I got to go with USC. I love Bryce Love. He is my pick to win the Heisman, but USC just has too many guys all around. Like, these guys bring in recruits every year. It's insane how many they're really starting to bring in. So I got to go with USC. Talent everywhere on the board. I'm going USC in that one.
This one's a hard one to pick because either team could win. I feel like this could easily be an overtime game. Either way it could go. I'm just gonna have to go with Stanford. Go with my gut.
Our next game coming up is Chiefs and Chargers, week 1 of the NFL season, AFC West divisional game. These very well could easily be the top 2 teams in division. Connor, who you got, Chiefs and Chargers?
I got the Chargers.
Chargers.
That defense is solid. They got Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram on the edge. They're going to get to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is going to throw some picks. First career start, really. I got the Chargers.
I'm going to have to go with the Chargers as well. Kansas City's defense is not what they used to be. Eric Berry's getting out of his prime, not as good as he was. Their defense isn't as solid. Offense, same thing. Quarterback too young, and Patrick Mahomes, he's just too young. He can't lead the team yet.
I'm gonna have to piggyback and go with the Chargers. I just don't know. Patrick Mahomes, young quarterback, he's definitely going to be he could either show out or there could be some jitters. I think there's going to be jitters. I think he's going to throw a few picks. Phillip Rivers has been there and done this. Future Hall of Famer. I think he's going to tear the defense up. Kansas City's defense is not looking good. They've looked terrible in preseason so far. Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, they have weapons all over the place. I got to go with Chargers in this game easily.
Next, we got the New England Patriots versus the Houston Texans. Connor?
I'm going to take Houston. New England
serious?
never looks very good in week 1. I mean, they turn it on late in the year. Obviously, they go to the Super Bowl almost every year. But Houston, with Deshaun Watson come back, J.J. Watt come back, they got some energy, new life. I feel like they're going to be good.
Oh, come
I feel like they're going to be good.
He can't be serious. We're talking about Tom Brady. This is the greatest player of all time. Deshaun Watson, he's coming off an ACL. He had what? He played half this season well. We're talking about a guy who's played. He's the greatest player of all time. So what? Julian Edelman is gone. We got Chris Hogan, Gronk. These guys are going to be more than ready to blow these guys out of the water. What do you think, Brian?
I'm going to have to go with the Pats, and I will retract your GOAT statement for Tom Brady. He is not the greatest of all time, whatever you think. But just the Patriots defense is always consistent. Gronk's a machine, absolute unit, can't be brought down.
Absolutely.
Just going to be a target all game.
Next up, we got our MVP and Super Bowl picks. First, we'll start off with our Super Bowl picks. Brian, who do you think's going to Super Bowl this year?
I'm going to have to get it to the Minnesota Vikings and the New England Patriots. Patriots, every year, happens. It's going to happen, you know. Consistency is key, and they have it. Vikings, I like what they're bringing back. They're bringing back a lot of pieces, and I believe in them.
You stand?
Both my picks are kind of like shot right now because I had the Steelers versus the Falcons. And if Le'Veon Bell doesn't come back and play for the Steelers, that could be rough. But I trust it. If Le'Veon comes back, that's an offense to mess with. And the Falcons, I feel like if Matt Ryan gets it going with Julio Jones again, that's a team from like 2 years ago.
Easily. I'll tell you who's going to the Super Bowl right now. Easily, no doubt. Jaguars and the Saints. And I'll tell you why. Jaguars, they got to the AFC Championship last year and choked it off in the fourth quarter. These dudes have one of the best defenses in the NFL. I think Blake Bortles is going to take that next step. Leonard Fournette, I think they got pieces all over the board as well. Saints, I think they're going to run through the NFC. Drew Brees has experience. He's been there and done that. Alvin Kamara, I think they got pieces all over the board. I think it's going to be an easy road to the Super Bowl. Saints win in the end, I think. But
easy. NFC.
Are you actually serious, bro?
NFC stacked.
100%.
No.
100%. I just don't. Nobody can beat the Saints this year. Defensively,
NFC is stacked.
Yeah, they're stacked.
Not happening.
Next up, we're not going to agree on that one. MVP picks. Who do you two have?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, of course. They got the Packers fan. 2 Packers fans basically sitting. That's never going to.
It's not bias.
It's
just
absolutely biased.
Consistency. The man has an absolute unit in Jimmy Graham on his flank. He has Randall Cobb, an absolute machine. The man literally can carry a team to the playoffs, and he's coming off a collarbone injury. The last time he did that, he won the MVP the next year.
He's a returner.
It don't matter.
I'll piggyback on the Super Bowl pick. It's Drew Brees, obviously. You have Alvin Kamara. You have Michael Thomas. You have a vet in Ted Ginn. You have Benjamin Watson, a tight end. And then not even to mention, your 2 backup running backs are Mark Ingram, Shane Vereen, and Terrence West. Like, those 3 backups alone have started on other teams and put up numbers. Like, Drew Brees is going to have no competition. He's going to fly through this year. I don't think Aaron Rodgers has pieces. I don't think.
What do you mean?
Randall Cobb is a punt returner. He's not a pass catcher. You guys dished off Jordy Nelson. I just don't think.
Aaron Rodgers makes plays out of the pocket.
Exactly.
I know, but
he will make
Anthony
plays
Barr and Khalil Mack, they're going to chase that down, I think, this year. I think it's... No way? We're talking about the highest paid defensive player in NFL history.
It is just not going to happen. Aaron Rodgers will be the MVP because of the core he has around him and the offense that he is taking with him to the Super Bowl, even though the Packers defense is not as strong.
His division.
It don't matter.
He owns NFC
Khalil Mack.
He owns NFC North.
You're playing Anthony Barr, Linval Joseph, Everson Griffin. But they think Aaron Rodgers. I go Drew Brees. That's our picks. It's Friday, Rose Hill Sports today. We got football against Collegiate at 7, Rose Hill Soccer tomorrow, and Rose Hill Volleyball tomorrow. This has been our first episode of Are You Serious? Thank you for watching. Tune in again Tuesdays and Fridays. We'll see you guys later.